Hi there. As always, those who don't like what's gonna happen in this kind of video can click away and see. Dear Usagi, today is a pretty decently weathered Friday. It's 25 degrees outside. It's 4:32 p.m. It's 29th of March. Woke up today's morning pretty late, at least at 2. Saying hi to myself and hi to all the mental images of you and the others. Reached some moderate level of crazy insane. And by crazy means absolutely insane, needs to be dealt with. It only just took me a while to wake myself up and to continue wallowing in myself until I decided to just give in to one thing that is obviously the only thing that needs to be done, and the right way to get me out of this horrid cycle of failure. Honestly, I've had a hard time to accept it, but you know what? If sacrificing half of my love and mentality and a great half of, well, my care for you and all this is gonna make me succeed and get me back to exactly how I used to be back in school times, where most people were to praise me for getting much higher marks than them, and most of the teachers to praise me for being at least decent during most of the lectures or any of this. And this kind of sacrifice will make me able to stay with you and the others. And that's all what matters. Is it maturity? Is it maturity I'm speaking of? I don't know. Other people would decide. Other people would decide whether it's maturity or not. But for me, I'm not really mature. And I was never mature to begin with. I always thought I was in the right, and everything was going to be fine if I could just not care, and everything's going to be the same. And well, it is the same. Listen to me wallowing, rambling about whether I'm mature or not. The important thing is that I've decided I'm gonna make my mom help me study, and it's gonna pretty much start for tomorrow. Once I'm done printing the books, and whatever chance I have of telling her to do stuff for me, I'm gonna tell her to do it. Because just to save myself from getting another horrid failure, and to get myself nice marks that are way more than enough to get me out of this mess. And not only I'm gonna be doing it for this year, but I'm gonna have her do this with me. until, like, the end of my college times. Yup, I'm gonna have mom study with me like a child whose mom is studying for him. Do I hate it? Oh, you did. Oh, you bet your ass that I hate it. I completely hate it. But I think it's the only way. Because I tried studying alone. And I didn't even study to begin with. And what was the result? The same as every single year. Ever since I got into this horrid college. Yep. We live in this kind of time where we're just gonna have to sacrifice stuff that are pretty much small to the majority of the world. But for some of us, it's pretty big, because a sacrifice like this is just that hard. You know what's the craziest thing about this is that I've got quite a lot of inspiration, especially from Minako, or specifically Minako's mental image in my head. Because you see, she literally reminded me of that one time when she wanted to confront her old lover, Alan. But then she just saw them off and literally just accepted it the way it was. Like, literally. Now that I think about it, she was more mature than me in accepting some kind of shit that's been happening. And not only this, but she reminded me that as long as we can stay together, as long as it will make me succeed and move on with my life, then that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Maybe that's a moment of maturity. But here's the thing about maturity. Maturity is to be able to grow up and move on and to power through whatever the hell comes in front of you. Whether in the hardest studies or in the hardest fucking times when you're alone and all this. And something like that requires a goddamn iron heart and an iron mind. And it fucking sucks. Really. An iron mind and an iron heart. And what's even more ironic back then, before even the results had shown up, I used to think myself that I have matured from moving on from people that literally made me wait a lot, and people that just had me for the sake of increasing their own numbers and whatsoever. Now that I think about it, I guess this is a part of being mature. Or maybe not. Great. Listen to me yapping and literally debating about this kind of stupid stuff. But all you gotta know is that I'm gonna do it once I print the books tomorrow. It'll be about time to have Mama with me to study. And that to be continued all the way. Whether she is gonna be giving me strict times to study at, strict times to take a break at, and when to finish, when to go, when to not go. Some kind of a ridiculous timetable, like how I used to do in some of the years. And ironically, this kind of shit used to work. I'm not joking. This kind of shit used to work. It worked very well. How? My results showed that I was able to succeed in all the subjects without a single one to be failing at. Fucking insane. Fucking insane how getting strict timelines and deadlines and all of this can literally bring stuff out of you. And being able to stick with you all, with you and the others, even when they are just mental images in my head. Being able to be with you all and being able to succeed and live my life as how I used to back at the school times. And that's legit all that matters. You know what? That might be my only motivation. That might be the only way to regain my title of being a great student. Sure, I wasn't perfect. I'm not like Amy getting straight A's and everything. But you know what? If I can at least get everything, all in passing grades, flying colors, no failures, like how I used to, and with a few classmates praising me for, how I'm able to reply and answer most questions easily. If I can get some of the doctors to praise, some of the teachers to praise me for how I can answer some stuff pretty decently and all this. And most importantly, to get straight, to get a great passing grades, and maybe even higher. Higher enough that would get me a little bit close to the perfect marks. Again, I'm not Amy. I'm not Amy, an iron-hearted, devoted person for studying. Nor I have that 300 IQ of hers. Great. I might literally just switch into sending these kinds of letters to Ami instead of you, Usagi. But seriously, don't get jealous. Being able to move on and to cheer up and to have fun in life is something that I've always wanted. Something that I've always wanted to have. Because, if anything, I wasn't really having fun. Like, really. As long as I can. As long as you all to, and to be able to be. The thing is, after thinking and deciding about this, I suddenly felt quite a huge relief inside. Huge and a weird sense of relief inside me. That is quite hard to describe. No, it's easy to talk about. And apparently, or what it would be obvious, it's as if there was a huge cloud of darkness was covering my heart and mind. You wouldn't think that it's any of the past enemies that we all know and hate, right? Could it be possibly another incarnation of chaos? Cause fuck that bitch. And right now, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I feel like that my conscience has been completely relieved. A huge sense of relief is overflowing me inside. I don't know why is this other feeling in my chest, but maybe it's something that is related to getting immensely motivated. Even though we all don't exist in reality. Maybe I'm feeling some kind of a similar energy that is heavy but warm. A similar energy to how almost any of you felt back then when you were at each other. Maybe that's the power of Sailor Moon on a fucked up guy like me. Yep. Really should have got you back then. And honestly, I'm not surprised anymore. Because I was alive back then. Oh, listen to me literally yapping in some random words. You know what? Once again, if what I'm about to do is going to be a sacrifice that I'm going to be rewarded heavily with, especially when my reward is you and the other girls, and being able to succeed like how I used to be, with even passing grades or higher. That's what I'll be able to have, along with me being able to truly enjoy that next holiday without any worry at all. And then the next year, on top of the freaking 2 failed subjects, one from the first year and the other from this year, and that's what I'm going to be able to do. And yeah, screw it all. Screw the pride. Screw this weird power that was pushing me from doing anything. Screw not giving a shit. I'm really gonna have to give a shit. importantly, screw all these weird beliefs that I used to have that I would be, oh no, I'm gonna be losing the franchise. Oh no, I'm gonna be losing my love for all of this. Like, give me a break. There are lots of franchises that I've easily lost thanks to a lot of dumb moments like this. And most of these losses were quite grave. But then again, I cannot lose any more of this. I cannot stay like this. I cannot stay like this. Not any longer. I know some people will think and say, come on, man. If you're gonna at least motivate yourself with something that actually exists. Yeah. You know what? Once again, I've lost a lot of franchises due to bullshit circumstances like this. And this franchise was about to be no different. And, well, here's the thing that just stings the most. If I kept going with what I have, it was what I keep on thinking about. Then I guess no wonder I keep failing this much. And to think I would be inspired much more by Minako out of all people. Guess I'm a bit of a hypocrite. A few times I'm just saying usagi. And the one to inspire me is Minako out of all people. Do I hate it? No. Because if anything, Minako was a tiny bit one of my favorites. Then again, they're all mental images of my hand. But honestly, I think you and the others, even when you are just mental images of my head, I don't think there's any more thing that I can depend on anymore. As a matter of fact, only you and the others are my only motivation to what's about to come. My only compensation on the entire emptiness that I've had in my entire life. No real life girlfriend, no real life friends, no one to hug me and tell me it's all gonna be okay. No one to even try and give me a kiss on the head or whatsoever. Listen. And the worst thing on all of this, they literally saying the given affection to a literally an adult guy like me is some sort of taboo or whatsoever. Yeah, really. Like, having affection while you're an adult from anyone? especially a woman, it's a fucking taboo in my country. Like, taboo my ass. This is why every other country is way better than us. Like, seriously, there is no affection. It's not like I'm getting any from all of you, because you're all mental images of my head. Okay, I'll stop. Now you're probably crying or getting already pissed from this. I'm sorry. But you know what, Usagi? Once again, I thank you for being a huge source of love and affection, even when it's all just in my head. I really wish I could meet you in real life. As a matter of fact, I really wish I could meet you and the others. And maybe one day we could talk, get to know each other, eat some ice cream in crazy amount of sweets and crowns, and make lots of funny moments, and maybe get to witness the tongue battle between you and Ray. I keep calling it the tongue battle. And maybe witness me, Naoko, and Mako literally arguing together about how love is obtained in pretty much the most silly way possible. Maybe I'll get to witness Ami getting flustered like crazy whenever we mention Ryo Urawa. Damn. Your show has given me a lot of feelings that I've never felt before. Literally ever since middle school, second year, second semester. How crazy I am. Well, I'm just gonna shut this thing close. And if this did not reach you today, my freaking internet has ran out. And I mean like officially ran out. So until I'm able to recharge some of my credit and literally be able to, get myself a new quota, and hopefully I do not spend it faster than a goddamn, hungry man-eater. But yeah, you get my point. I love you so much, Usagi. And I really hope that I can meet you, whether in your personality is materialized inside a woman. If this kind of personality can be materialized inside any kind of woman, ugly or not, I don't care how they look. If your personality, your kind, gentle, and caring personality can be in there, and that's all that I'm asking for. Their looks don't matter to me anymore, as long as they care for me, like how you care for your people. whether I could see you in body and soul, or just your soul inside somewhere. I just want you to know that I want you. Sincerely, your loving fan, Mahmoudia.